it felt to me as though there hadn't really been another version of this story that was wholly successful. Because this is a story that's told almost as though it took place in a vacuum, but it didn't. It took place at a real time, in a real place. And suddenly, as we started to look into the world, the real story started to rise from it. And that was very exciting. This is just different from anything else I'd ever done. We wanted to place the audience right into the center of this. We developed a style for, handheld cameras. I mean, it's a wonderful way to tell this story because you can place the audience right into the middle of Jerusalem in this extraordinary week. Imagine a city swelling to 5 times its normal size. This was in a society in which the idea of a Messiah was a given. It would have felt at the time like the most extraordinary series of events unfolding very quickly. It all takes place in a week. He comes in on a Sunday, and by the end of the week, he's dead. If Jesus feels distant and aloof, then it's very hard to become engaged with his struggle with himself. If, on the other hand, you depict him in a way that allows the audience to engage with him on an emotional level, then when he's sort of faced by this struggle between the two sort of sides of himself, it becomes almost unbearably painful for the audience. Deep into the story, Jesus turns to the disciples and he tells them what's going to happen. They're expecting that there will be some sort of glorious sort of triumph. And he turns to them and says, no, what's actually going to happen is that I'm going to be taken by these powerful men, and I'm going to be whipped, and I'm going to be wounded, and I'm going to be put to death. What Jesus is saying to them is that your expectations are completely wrong. This is not what it's about. This is about something much more important than temporal power or changing, the basis of how we worship. This is about a triumph over death. You really get a sense that these events were affecting not just the central characters, but everybody around them was never going to be the same again after this. And in a way, it's a wonderful microcosm of what happened next, because nobody around these events was ever the same again. And the ripples from these events spread and spread and spread and spread, and are still spreading even 2,000 years later.